racing dominance. Proprietary patented race technology. Proudly made in the USA. Unparalleled customer service and support. The choice of champions. King Shocks, the leader in off-road shock technology.
Alexander Ford voted Yuma's best for 2023, wants to be your best choice in 2024. Scan this code and look for our manager specials during the Make It a Ford Summer Sales Event. Get a 2024 Bronco Sport, just $28,816. A 24 Ford F-150 Crew Cab 4x4, just $45,277. And take advantage of 0% financing for 36 months. It's time to own the off-road in a new Bronco Raptor or F-150 Tremor. Alexander Ford, a difference you can count on.
Sure, everything's made of something, but time and sweat is what puts it together. And it's that relentless application of effort against the clock that created everything around us. The BF Goodrich HD Terrain Tire is engineered to tackle the extreme situations heavy-duty trucks are met with head-on. Because downtime can't exist when there's a job to do. Time isn't something to marvel at. It's something to be seized. It's a tool we put firmly in your hands. BF Goodrich, what are you building for?
What is up, race fans? We are back once again with your next Monster Energy Fishgistics update of the SCORE Baja 400 presented by Raceline Wheels. It is 5 o'clock, and that means it is time for our 7th update of the day. Or is it 6? I think it's 7. 7th update of the day. And we have almost a finisher, not yet. This last section of the course is really turning out to be really slow. We knew it was going to be tight and technical, but this is a little bit slower than I thought. I thought we would have a finisher about right now, and we are still about 30 miles, about 25 miles out from the finish. So it's going to be about another half an hour probably until we get our first finisher here. So they're probably going to be at the end of this update or the beginning of our next update. We'll have one have already finished. So if we go over and check out the tracking map, let me turn our weatherman feed down for a second here. Big shout out to Scott up there on the mountain, like always. Weatherman doing the weatherman broadcast for you guys. It's always fun to listen to that in the background. You can listen to that on the PCI website if you guys haven't been on there all day, by the way. All right, so Toby Price and Paul Wheel are in the 46. However, the 7 is hiding behind some cars here. So hold on a minute. Let's turn these off. Let's just turn the trophy trucks on. So there they are. All right, there's the 1. 7, the 1 right now. Bryce Menzies is normally the 7. He's running the 1 because he's a class champion from last year. So Bryce Menzies is out front. Toby Price with Paul Wheel behind the wheel is in second. And then a little ways back, we got Alan Ampudia in third. And then a little ways back, we got Christopher Polvardi. This is actually a really spread out race. It's not even that close besides first and second. And even that is getting spread out a little bit now. This is one of the more spread out trophy truck races we've had in a while, actually. So we got these front 2 up here, but then it's a gap and a gap and then another gap. Like everybody has big gaps between all these top cars except for first and second. Tavo Vadosola is going to be in the 5th position, and then another bit of a gap back to Justin Lofton. Then we got Tracy Graff back here. We got Mikey Lawrence, Ruben Torres. We got Sam Baldy, Kevin Thompson, Tracy Poole, Dave Taylor, and Ryan Pullman down here to finish off the top-ish, what is that, top 15 or so trophy trucks? Something like that, maybe 12. So that's a look at the top trophy trucks. If we turn all of them back on, we see we also have the trophy truck legend in there, Gustavo Badosa Sr., who is behind the wheel. Ricky Johnson started. The 1L is currently running in the 5th position overall. So, or 6th position overall, actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5, 6. They might be ahead of Tabo on time, though. We'll have to wait and see where did they start at? If I go and look, hold on. No, they started in front of Tabo, didn't they? I guess the 1L. Yeah, the 1L was in front of the 21. So the 21 is definitely ahead of the 1L because it started behind him, and he has passed them. So that's what's going on there. Now, class 1, we got to come back a little bit and try to find a class 1 in here. We're going to go right here. Yeah, 138. So Kyle Quinn is out front as one of the Wilson Motorsports cars. They're having a good run today. Pretty clean run so far for them. They are out front behind them. Okay, here's Brendan Gaughan. He was hiding last update. So Brendan Gaughan is in second place, the 162. Then in third place, it looks like it is Cody Reed right here in third place. And then that's pretty much it until the 141. Max Eddy, he's down in Valley T. He's in fourth place right now in Class 1. And then if we come back up, let's see. Somebody said it looked like they stopped here. This is just really slow here. Hang on. We got to look at our other tracker for a second. What's going on with the leaders here? No, they're still moving. All right. Somebody said it looked like they stopped. So their tracker stopped working. See, Bryce Menzies, his tracker hasn't worked in 7 minutes right there. So that's why something looked a little weird for a second. So Spec, let's go to the Spec trucks. We have the 297 is showing as first, and then the 219 is showing in second, but he hasn't updated for 5 minutes. So the 219, I believe, is actually in the lead still, and he is. Let's show you guys here, bring it over. This is the Terrible Herps page here. So you can see there's the 219 camera right there. You can see the helicopter right behind him. So the 219 is in front. I don't see any dust in front of him there. So you can see the 219, that's his front and rear camera. That's the 263 there. That is your lead Spec truck right there, the Terrible Herps 219. They are first place. Physical, they're also first on time, I believe, but we will double check that in a second. So there you go, just updated. So 219 is first, the 297 is showing as second, and then the 242, Bryce Swaim, is showing as third. And then we got the 273 Abdali Lopez down here, and EJ Herps, fourth and fifth. So that is a look at your top 5 there. That's your Spec truck class. We forgot to do class 10 last time, so let me turn them on for you real quick. So class 10, all right, we got a couple other cars here. So class 10, the 1002 is stopped in Valley T right now. That is most likely, they most likely came this direction because I don't think they've been up front today, right? The 1002, I don't remember seeing them up front. I think they probably came through here and went to Valley T on an access road. So they're probably out of the race, hence why they're at 0 miles an hour there. So it should be Dale Eberts. He's been out front all day when we've checked. Bruce Yee has reeled them back in, though. Bruce Yee was a little ways back last time. So the Eberts car has given up some time to Bruce Yee. And look at this. They are really close together on the highway right there. So we got a new battle for first and second place between those two cars. And then if we come back over, we got third place way behind him. Not even close. So 1024 is third place. 1006, Freddie Willert. And then Steve Myers is back here in fifth place. So it's really a battle between these two cars right here, these two 10 cars. That looks like a battle for the first 2 spots in Class 10. If we go to UTV Forced Induction, actually, we're going to go UTV Open first. So UTV Open, we have Caden McCachran has been ahead all day. He's still ahead. So he's just finished the Mike's loop. He is down to the highway. He's going to turn left, get on Highway 3 and go through Valley T and up the Goat Trail. So there he is, Caden McCachran, one of the SCI Motorsports cars first. Oh, Wayne Matlock, he's made his way up to second. Okay, that's the highest we've seen Wayne so far today. What happened to Brandon Sims? His tracker hasn't updated in 6 minutes. That's what happened. All right. Most likely Brandon Sims is still going to be in second place or somewhere up here. So Wayne's probably in third, and then Brock Eager is probably in fourth is what it looks like. That's probably your top 4. Then look at this battle. We got 7 of these Pro UTV Opens right here. We got Cameron Steele that's actually McFadden in there. We got Kristen Matlock. We got Justin Smith. We got Mitchell Alsup. Oscar Alvarez, Justin Lambert, Mike Caffro. That's a pretty stacked class of 7 right here. So that's a good battle there. But right now it's all the Caden McCachran show. He's out front and just has to keep it smooth. Wayne Matlock, let me go look at the entry list real quick. I want to see where they started. Now they started 30 seconds apart from each other. So if we look, Caden McCachran started first, so he was first off the line. Wayne Matlock was 1, 2, 3, 4 spots behind him. So he was 2 minutes behind him on the start. So Wayne Matlock is going to have to finish within 2 minutes of Caden in order to beat him. And then Brandon Sims started right behind Caden. So Brandon Sims is going to have to finish within 30 seconds physically of Caden in order to take the win. So still pretty close. This is a good race right here at the top. Caden can't let off the gas here. He's got to stay on the gas for the rest of the way because these two guys are really close. Wayne is actually probably a little bit closer than Brandon Sims even right now on the corrected time. And then Brock Heeger, he had an issue earlier. He started, he actually started pretty far back though. Let's see, he started 9th. So Brock started a ways back. So Brock has a little bit of corrected time also on his up his sleeve there. So that's going to be interesting at the finish. So that'll be fun to keep track of those guys. Let's go see where Ampudia is in the forced induction class. He's dropped back a little bit. So Rodrigo Ampudia, he is on the Mike's loop right now. He's out front still. We got Mark Brunette in 2nd place. We got Edgar Garcia in 3rd. We got Eric Kozin in 4th, and then Bogart in 5th. So that's your top 5 pro UTV induction. It was a good race earlier with what's his name, Phil Burton, but then he had some issues and dropped out, but he had a massive lead earlier. But that's Baja, right? You never know what's going to happen. The pro stock UTV class, they're not even that. This pro Caden Wells is not far behind the UTV forced induction, right, in a stock car. So Caden Wells and Emma Cornwall there, they are at mile, what is that, 246, first in class. We got Francisco 2nd, George 3rd, Dennis 4th, Diego 5th, Annabelle Lopez entry there, and Andy Chavez there. So you got top 5 or 6 there. But right now it's Caden Wells. It's all Caden Wells. The last couple updates we've done, he's been out front. So he's looking pretty good. Got a pretty good run going. There's a lot of traffic in between them, though. See all this traffic here? We got a couple 12 cars. A lot of spec trucks in there, too, in the mix. So that is a look at your leaders there. All right, so the leaders are getting closer to town. We're going to check on Class 11. I just want to come back to leaders real quick. So Bryce Menzies out front. Toby Price 2nd. They got about 25 miles to go. I think it's around 385 or 395 or something like that is the actual timed finish, which is right here. So if you guys are just joining us, right in here is the time finish. They're going to come back here, do this right here, right where the kind of that black line goes across both. This is the actual time finish. Once they get there, the race is over and their official time is in. And that's that. So looking at the leaderboard, Bryce Menzies had if we zoom out a little bit over here, let's see, at Sector 6. So Sector 6 is the last one we're going to get a split on. That is mile 362. So about 40 miles from the finish, 35 miles from the finish. Bryce had a 4-minute and 26-second lead over Toby Price, Paul Wheel. So that's a pretty big corrected time lead. That's actually really big. Then he had a 5-minute, 55-second time lead over Alan Ampudia, and he had 14 minutes over Christopher Polvardi. So this is actually really spreading out now. Bryce has a big gap. The gap between 2nd and 3rd is actually not that big. So Paul Wheels got to watch it, or Ampudia, he could definitely make up a minute and a half on the last little bit here. So that's kind of a race right there right now, is the race for 2nd and 3rd. This finish doesn't matter for the Baja 1000. You don't start the Baja 1000 where you finish this like you did last year. Remember last year at the Baja 1000, you had to start wherever you finished the Baja 400. So you might have been a little bit more conservative. Like Ampudia right here, he might have been okay getting 3rd place last year because he's like, that's fine, I want to start there. But I guarantee you, Alan Ampudia would rather finish 2nd this race than 3rd, because even if he pushes a little hard and something happens, he still gets to qualify for the Baja 1000. So I think that Alan Ampudia is probably pushing right now, trying to catch Paul, especially knowing that it's about 1:30 and he might be able to do something there. Christopher Polvardi, he's 9 minutes back. Not much he can do there. He's not going to make up 9 minutes on Alan Ampudia in 40 miles. It's just not going to happen. So the only position I see changing right here could be 2nd and 3rd unless something happens to Bryce. And that looks like your race right there. All right. Well, I think that's it for this update. We can go check on Class 11 real quick. We didn't do that. Let's go check on Class 11. And then when we come on in about 40 minutes, we will have 45 minutes, we'll have a finisher for you guys. All right, class 11, we got 2 of them. Where are they? We got to go down to the bottom. Let's see. There they are. All right, they're on the crossover road. We got Flemente on the crossover road doing 25 miles an hour. Very good. And then we got Eric Florenzo on the beach still doing 32 miles an hour, but very good to see him moving too. So both of our class 11s are moving, and very good news. So great news for the class 11 fans out there. All right. Well, that's it. That's it for this update. We will be back at 6 o'clock, and you should have a winner right about the time we come back, probably a little bit before, probably about half an hour, 20 minutes from now. So probably about 5:40-ish, we might see a winner. It's probably going to be Bryce Menzies, but we'll wait and see. It's Baja. Anything can happen, right? All right. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Thanks for tuning in.